Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone over to Bitcoin. But the CoinsKid crew, so retail showing up again, and right now we are seeing a nice little pump for Bitcoin, and we are making all-time highs. But the retail is showing up again in droves, and we know what happens around about that trigger point. Okay, look at this trigger point way back in November. As the retail showing up, what did we see? We saw an amazing opportunity in a lot of altcoins. So I think there are still opportunities here. I'm targeting some coins. We've had a beautiful buyback on Ethereum for those people paying attention. We've had a beautiful buyback on XRP. It's been an absolutely nailed move right there, and so far we've seen a massive pump on XRP. It's beautiful. Equally, we've been looking at Trump coin over the weekend in the CoinsKid crew Discord right there. I've took an opportunity. I did post a dip buy on Trump coin. It's come back down. It's bounced like a boss. I'm roughly 50% up on that trade, and what I'm looking to do today is swap some of that trade out for FARTBOY. Now I do get a lot of hate, a lot of stick about these meme coins, but I do think that this point in this period in this market, this is where millionaires are made, in these meme coins. Okay, so we're targeting a meme coin. We're at the bottom, buying the floor. We're building a massive community on FARTBOY right now. We are looking at a potential exchange listing as well. I'm in communication with 3 exchanges right here. Basically, this is a community takeover of this coin. This coin came out, the developer rugged it. I've spotted the coin in the depths, in the floor. We've picked it up as a community. It's a fantastic project. It's a fun comedy. I'll keep going about, because all I'm trying to do is deliver opportunity to you in this channel. For anyone paying attention, this channel for me is not necessarily about Bitcoin being amazing or Chainlink or XRP and it makes a cup of tea and it does this and it does that. I'm not bothered about the fundamentals, schmundamentals. I'm here, and I presume you're here as well, to make as much money as you can in this space. So this is what I do on the channel. I always try and find and deliver optimal entry points against the blood, fear, depression. Now I've made a key data sets for you. The retail top, I think, is an amazing trigger point. At this point here in November, we've seen a massive move in altcoins, and I think that that's exactly what we're getting right now. We're getting a lovely little move for Bitcoin, breaking out, making new all-time high. So I think there's an alt season here, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Okay, and obviously I'm going to show you the invalidation of that alt season going forward. Now there is an indicator here that I've created called the sell the effing rip. We take a quick look at that. At the moment you can clearly see it's beginning to turn around here, beginning to make headway to this red line. So if we take a look at that there, that was a top in April of 2021, sorry. That was a top in 2017, and right now we're heading towards it. So I do think we could kick back and relax and wait for this particular green line to get to this red line. At that point, with the CKR as well, let me show you the CKR quickly, being overheated, pushing up into the red zone, I think we've got a lot of confluence right now. We're cooked in this market, and at that point I will begin to walk away, because I do think that we enter a bear market or a major correction this year. Okay, but there's a lot of money to be made between now and then, and especially in my opinion on these meme coins that go from micro caps to billion-dollar market caps. I did post a fart coin selection for you. For those people who remember, it was one of my meme coin selections in late October. It's absolutely bolted. It was around about 1 cent at the time, and now it's floating around about $2.20. So that's been an amazing trade for myself and the CoinsKid crew. So I'm always looking at other opportunities, and I think this FARTBOY could be one for us, okay, going forward. So we are building a massive opportunity on FARTBOY. So if you are looking to get into meme coins, if you are looking to make as much money as you can in this space with very little input, I do personally think that FARTBOY could be that for you, okay? So do dive into FARTBOY. The link's in the video description. Let me dive into the Bitcoin dominance right now, because we need to see something in the dominance that will increase the probability of this major alt season going forward, okay? So looking at the Bitcoin dominance, it's really important that we see something to increase the probability that, okay, we are right now in the tails of the alt season. Okay, we don't quite see it just yet, although the Bitcoin dominance is toying with this breakdown right now. I think if we start to see one thing in this particular chart, I'm going to declare, okay, we are in alt season right now, guys. This is it. This is the moment. This is the huge spike up that we see in alts. Bitcoin is no longer the play, although obviously it's got appreciation in front of it. It's not as much as these altcoins, and this is a scenario I've been looking at with yourselves for quite a long time now, that I think we've come to this point in the market where Bitcoin has potentially gave all that it can, 20, 30, 40, 50% from here, fantastic. But I do think there's opportunities in these altcoins, and I've been targeting many of these altcoins. XRP, like I said to you at this particular point in November of 2024 right there last year, I said to you I'm rotating my Bitcoin into XRP because we've got many confluencing factors. We've got the bottom in the XRP BTC chart, we've got the trigger point on the retail top, and equally we've got this retest of this level of resistance just there. Okay, previous support that was lost, got candle breakdown, what we've done, got rejected, right on cue. So for those people that have been paying attention, the Bitcoin dominance has been part of my confluence analysis for a very long time, that way back here in March and April of last year, a lot of people people again extremely bullish on the market. But like I said to you, I think what we've seen here for the likes of Chainlink, Cardano, VeChain, XRP, so on and so forth, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up into that area there, you know, in March and April of last year. If you're buying here, you're doing it wrong. And this is a message I relayed. I did expect a big macro correction. I did say to you, a lot of people say we're in a bear market, but I think we'll just come back, test support, and then we'll go again. And the trigger point will be, for that next big impulsive move, will be really simple. Once we see the Bitcoin dominance come up to this level here, okay, I think we've got a trigger point. And look at that, it toyed with it, and then we've seen that bit of a breakdown basically. And all it was, look at that little drop in the Bitcoin dominance. That for me has led to the first impulsive wave after an ABC. So basically, for the likes of Cardano, VeChain, so on and so forth, we came up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this cluster here. At this point, so many YouTubers, analysts were saying, "Oh, season's here," and things like that. But I did say to you, to go back to the videos, be careful here. If you're buying the top of 5 waves, you're doing it wrong. I anticipate a correction here, a macro correction, to come back to where we came from. And lo and behold, ABC coming back down, the likes of Chainlink, Cardano, XRP, so on and so forth, they did exactly that, okay? And then they've bolted, okay? Some have made all-time highs. XRP, Chainlink's caught in a beautiful little impulse right now. For me, the clue was really simple. This retest of resistance and then the drop was the first wave of a third wave. So basically what I'm looking at right now, I think that going forward, and again, nothing I say is financial advice, but I think going forward we could be on the cusp of a major alt season. But I do need to see one thing in this particular chart to jump up and down with you and say, this is it. This is the make millionaires moment in, you know, altcoins. And at this point here, this is why I'm taking positions in meme coins. A lot of people are saying I'm an idiot and things like that. But all I'm doing in this channel is always looking for reasons and confluence in many other charts to make you as much money as I can. That's my job and my duty to you as a loyal follower, basically. And this is what I've been doing for many, many years right now. Against herd mentality, against the naysayers, we buy the blood, we buy the fear, we buy the depression, we sell the 5-wave move, basically. You know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last year we were selling that move. I took profits, went to the euros, went to America. I openly declared I was taking profits, you know, and I said to you, I'll buy back when I see the opportunity, and I relayed those opportunities with confluence of that retest of that resistance just there into my trigger point of an alt season. I said to you, I'm buying back here. VeChain, Cardano, Ethereum, all them coins, XRP. It's been a beautiful ride. So I can't quite jump up and down, say the alt season's here just yet, because I do need to see a trigger point. I need to see the dominance break down below this support here, okay, and this beautiful channel. We break down below that, wow, you know, we are really in alt season right there, because the charts are telling me that. Really, really simple. So we should see, in theory, a retest, a lower high, and then a drop. We see this drop over the next few months. That's that scenario there, and that's that scenario there, and I hope it happens, okay, because at the moment this is why, with the confluence, this particular dominance chart, I am taking positions in meme coins against the odds and expectations of those, you know, naysayers and doomsayers and people like that that just can't see that opportunity. But again, remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Everything is for education and entertainment purposes only, but I wish you the utmost luck. Let me dive into the Bitcoin chart right now to look at some resistance points and potential targets going forward, okay? Now, quickly before I do dive into the Bitcoin chart, I want to show you the trade setup I was looking at on the 10th of January this year. There was a potential bullish daily falling wedge looking to break on the third point of contact. There is also a 4-hour bullish divergence on the descending trend line, basically. So it's a nice little trade. Got resistance, third point of contact, breakout, typically back test, and then boom, you come up to where you form the wedge. So that's been a nice little trade for anyone paying attention in the Discord right there. We bounced from here, came up to resistance, made a higher low, boom, broke out. So let's dive into the chart right now. But you know, typically what we do see on these resistance points and support points is a loss on the third point support and a breakout on the third point resistance. We've traded this so many times over the years. Let me dive into the charts right now to show you what I'm looking at and potential resistance points and targets for Bitcoin going forward in this bull run. So looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, so far so good. We broke out this lovely little falling wedge. Look at 1, 2, 3, and you've got 1, 2, 3 points of support. Beautiful little falling wedge, breakout back to see you later, and right now you're popping up into resistance. Need to see some kind of consolidation pattern there, you know, horizontal or symmetrical triangle or whatever, you know, boom, and breakout, you know, continuation pattern right now, even some kind of flag coming up, flag back. If we start to see some kind of throwback, you know, it will, you know, indicate that we've got some kind of fake out here, and it will begin to drop, and this is possibly some kind of A, B, C zigzag like that, which is possible. But at the moment, I think where we are in this particular market, I'm going to give it credit where it's due. I think if we start to see this continuation, breakout, back test, we should start to see Bitcoin come up. Okay, so I'm going to show you all my targets going forward, and obviously my end phase target where I do think Bitcoin could potentially get to. But again, I'm going to keep an eye on the data the sell the effing rip and the TKR, I think we need to pay attention to going forward. You can access them on CoinsKid.com, but going forward we are sort of entering price discovery. You know, we're coming up with stairs, as we are with XRP as well, right on cue. For anyone paying attention, you know, it's been my analysis for a very long time that this was not your typical bear market, okay? And I got a lot of hate for that, and a lot of stick, and a lot of people left the channel, which I completely understand that. But the whole way down, I did say to you, this high here is my invalidation of a 5-wave impulse. We never lost it, you know, and the whole way down, I did say to you, I actually think that this is a falling wedge. It's a reversal pattern, and once we break out on the third point resistance, there's your go trigger. Just like this little micro one just there, the micro falling wedge, I did relay to you. There's your first point resistance. There's your second point resistance. Once you break out on the third point resistance, that's your trigger point. That's your, you know, your go statement from the price action, the structure of the reversal pattern, which is basically a falling wedge, which is the same as that, where you have 3 points of support, 3 points of resistance, and you do typically break out on the third point of contact. That's exactly what happened here. So the whole way down here, I was telling you and relaying you, I actually think Bitcoin's bullish here. I actually think that what it is, this move here, is the same as this. Okay, what it is from this bear market bottom, I actually think we're in a macro move here, one in which this leg here, for those people paying attention, this leg here is where we will see XRP break out and make all-time highs. And lo and behold, what have we seen? XRP break out and make all-time highs. So this has been my analysis for a very long time, that this was a corrective phase of a bull market, as was this, as horrible as it is. And this is where you will see the end phase, the big impulsive move that makes all-time highs for XRP in the last phase for Bitcoin of the actual cycle that began at the bear market lows here for Bitcoin, okay, in 2018. So my primary expectation is really, really simple for anyone paying attention. I think we have the falling wedge there, a zigzag there, so basically a 1, zigzag 2, 3, expanded fat 4, which is alternation, the final fifth wave coming up. So this is it, you're in final fifth wave territory. So if my analysis is correct and Bitcoin continues to flourish and come up and starts to break down, a lot of people will think that Bitcoin is retracing to this low here, which they call a bear market bottom, basically. I don't think that's the case, and again, a lot of people say I'm too bearish, but I actually think there is a chance right now that this is where you retrace to, this low here that you put in 2018, because this is your 5-wave move, and typically what we see with 5-wave moves is a retracement to where the 5-wave move began. So a lot of people say I'm too bearish, but this is a setup I've been looking at with you for a very long time. No matter 1 into a 2 into a 3 into a 4 into a 5, once we do trigger the bear market here, it could be one of the worst bear markets Bitcoin's ever been through, okay, where we have some kind of monster A, B, C that comes back down to here, and everyone thinks Bitcoin's finished and it's over and things like that. But I will be slurping up that dip, okay? So stay tuned. Obviously, I've not got a crystal ball. That's my primary expectation at the moment. It's been my primary count for a very long time. This is why the confluence of XRP making the all-time highs in this end phase here and not here was part of that confluence. And it's something I relayed to you for many, many years. I lost a lot of subscribers. A lot of people turned off. But, you know, those people did stay with me. And we are reaping the fruits of that labor of buying XRP in this leg here for Bitcoin, okay? We're at all-time highs and price discovery right now for XRP against herd mentality. And right on cue, in that final fifth wave is where I did say it would happen, okay, for those people paying attention. So I think this is just simple. 1, zigzag 2, 3, expanded fat 4, and then final fifth wave. And within a final fifth wave in itself, you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. And right now, if you take a look, we're the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're coming up right now. At that point, you've got a macro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. We are in the end phase right now with the potential drop down in the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so I wish the utmost luck going forward, but so far so good. We're cruising this market, we're killing this market, and if I'm correct, and this is the end phase, right now, right on cue, we're seeing meme coin mania. Trump's released a coin that's broke out. It's been the biggest appreciation I've ever seen in any kind of coin ever. Right on cue, right towards the end of the cycle here. So I'll try and time the top as best I can. I'll try and exit this market as best I can for you, but going forward, where could we go to? So from this bottom here, I actually think we've had an impulse here for Bitcoin, and this is the 1.272 fib. It's been met like an absolute boss. We've toyed with it, and right now we're breaking out again. So we've got resistance here on the 1414 and the 1.618. So I'm looking at around about $117,000, sorry, and then potentially getting to that 150k level right there with the possibility possibly to go beyond, who knows, but we are towards the end phase in my opinion this year, right on cue, with the 5 waves up from this bottom just there for Bitcoin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 end phase scenario. Okay, so I wish you most luck. Stay tuned. I'll try and time the top as best I can, but right now I do think there's opportunities in this market on some of them underappreciated, undervalued meme coins, and FARTBOY I think is one of them. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay obviously, stay tuned. Bye bye.